Hello there guys and welcome, it's Niran here, and today it is time for episode 21 of our FIFA 14 Aston Villa career mode. Now going into this one, I know last week I said I was going to have three games in this episode. As it turns out, it's actually been relatively interesting in between those two games. So I've only put 2 games in. As you can see here, just in the background, just a Colombian job offer. I've decided to stall that yet again. I'm still not really sure, still undecided on what to do with that. But the 2 games that will be in this episode are away against Manchester City, which will be horrendous, and then at home against Newcastle as well. That's 3 away games in a row. In the background, I'm just sending one of my English scouts there, Lee Barker, my global transfer network scout, my youth scout, out to England. But nevertheless, it's now time for the first game of the episode, and fatigue was a huge problem. Even my goalkeeper didn't have full fatigue, and you know it's going badly when that happens. Kleiner, Corey Vlat and Nathan Baker coming in at left back. That's how needy I was playing a centre back there. Ashley Westwood also coming into the side, as well as Andy Vyman, and a really, really weak bench, to be quite honest. A lot of young players there. Not many first team players really that you would put in the team on the bench. Bakuna and a few others there, but nothing really a huge amount. Anyway, I was very worried going into this game because Manchester City is obviously a huge team. But in the reverse fixture, of course, at home, we won the game 3-1. Now, if you're wondering why I'm showing the start of the game, it doesn't usually happen. But that's because we saw that a half chance straight away. And Benteke giving the ball to Ashley Westwood. He plays the ball straight over for Vyman, who tries to cut back and unleash a curling strike, but it is blocked. It's a little bit of a half chance. We're getting off to a great start there. And this pretty much sums up the first half after that, really. It was just really, really messy. Nothing going on. No chances really being created. And as soon as one team got the ball, they would give it away within 10 seconds. And that was the same for the AI as well. It was most definitely the same for us. We give the ball away far too easily in the first half. We couldn't really get our passing game going. There were some good passes going on, but we weren't really getting in behind. That was until the 37th minute, where Benteke unleashes Fabian Delph. Unfortunately, on his weak foot, he forces the save from Joe Hart, and Ashley Westwood is unable to convert the rebound, deflecting out for a corner, and nothing doing there. From the resulting corner, which Marco Van Ginkel would take, in comes the ball towards Vyman. He gets his head on it, and Vlar there, of all people, with the strike, forcing a great save from England's number 1, Joe Hart. Ashley Westwood now cutting inside just before half-time. Benteke with the overhead kick, and of course it has to hit the post. We were really, really playing well up until the edge of half-time, where we give a free kick away in a pretty unassuming situation. I'm pretty sure Backley got the ball. In fact, he did, but it was given as a free kick anyway for the foul against Jesus Navas. Micah Richards takes it, launches it into the box, and it goes all the way in. And just wow. Ron Robert-Zieler came for it, didn't get anywhere near it, practically punches it into his own goal. Micah Richards gets the goal from practically the halfway line, and it's 1-0. Manchester City hadn't even had a shot up until this point. We were all over them with those chances, that bicycle kick effort for Benteke, and a few other chances, and it was 1-0 right on the edge of the half-time. These are the half-time match facts. Us with 5 shots, 3 on target. Manchester City, no shots. That pretty much sums it up. They're leading 1-0 and have had no shots on target or shots at all. But straight into the second half, Benteke picking the ball up, laying it low into the box, and we get our own slice of luck. Westwood with the original strike, but it deflects off Marco Van Ginkel and into the back of the net for the equaliser. I can't really complain about the first goal now, having seen that. It was a good cutback from Benteke, actually. I wasn't expecting it to get all the way through with just a simple pass right into the centre of the box. But Westwood's strike deflecting off Van Ginkel, and Van Ginkel gets the goal somehow. 20 minutes later, Alexander Kolarov trying a really speculative effort. And then a few minutes later, Westwood with some great play, getting past Yaya Toure, playing it in for Van Ginkel, and he gets his second of the game. A lot more purposeful this time from the Dutchman. A great little finish over the head of Joe Hart. There's nothing he can do with that lob. A great bit of play from Westwood, not only to dribble past, I think it was Yaya Toure or Fernandinho, one of the two, but a great ball for Van Ginkel, and his second of the game, his first brace of the season most likely, and that put us 2-1 ahead at the Etihad. And just literally from the kickoff, Vyman getting through on goal with the strike, curving towards the goal that goes wide. He didn't really have enough pace to contend with the Manchester City defenders, but we were made to pay because James Milner, just 4 minutes after we took the lead, equalises after that great outside of the boot through ball from Yaya Toure. That made it 2-all. We didn't really close down quick enough. Klein was caught napping. He wasn't in great form and he couldn't get there with the slide tackle. Zila had not made a save up until that point. And by that I mean up until that point, because we were just completely opened up again. This time Jovetic, who came on as a substitute, played him, but a great save from Zila this time, and the double save right towards the end of the match, really making up for that goal. The first, I mean, words cannot describe it, but it was a really open game towards the end. Unfortunately, that through ball not coming off towards Benteke, but literally there were about 5 attacks in the last 5 minutes where each team could have scored, but unfortunately broke down most of the time. But that was it, and it ended 2-all. A game I'm pretty happy with, to be honest. I mean, we were leading 2-1, and we conceded, which is a bit disappointing, but overall it was a good performance. Marco Van Ginkel, unsurprisingly, getting man of the match, but Ashley Westwood there getting an 8 rating as well, doing a great job. Zila getting a good rating for that save towards the end, as well as Benteke, Bakuna, Weimann, Delp and Backley, who both came off for Maya and Bakuna late on in the game. So just after that game, we get a scouting report back here from Spain, just giving me a few players there. Ibai Gomez here, the Spaniard from Atletico Bilbao, as well as Hassan Bangura from Rayo Vallecano and Casemiro, the Real Madrid centre-mid, all of which looking pretty good. Ibai Gomez's contract actually running out in the summer, so I might be able to pick him up for free if he doesn't sign a contract. Looks like a pretty decent player, but now just sending one of my GTN scouts out to England, and the second of which will be going out to Norway. I did a video about the best places to scout for unknown talent, and Norway came out on top by a mile in terms of some of the players you could get from there. That was a really good country, so I'm hoping they'll be able to find me some good players. Nevertheless, now moving on to the second game of the episode against Newcastle, away from home, still a midweek fixture, or half a week after the Man City game, so fatigue was yet again a huge problem, with a really second-string team being put out. Given in goal, Baker left back again, Maya and Zogbia and Bakuna all coming into the team, as well as Agbonlahor, who would have to replace Christian Benteke up front because he had no energy whatsoever, and the bench was just as inexperienced as the first game in this episode. Really are being hit hard by fatigue. Can't wait for the next transfer window because I'll be able to strengthen and really get a bit of a decent squad together. But the first half chance of the game coming to Bruma, and that was literally the first chance of the half and the only chance of the half until Nathaniel Klein went full on, whatever you want to say, full on retard, giving the corner away, and from the corner, Papi Cisse scores. Now obviously corners are very OP on this game, but this could easily have been avoided. First of all, Klein not deciding to give them a corner just for no apparent reason, despite me clearing it quite comfortably, and then doesn't even get the ball off the line from the header. But don't ask me how Bruma missed that after the original chance from Maya. Another half chance there from Bakuna later on, but Bruma really should have been scoring that. Bruma then setting up Maya the other way round, and he coming agonisingly close to his first goal since signing from Schalke, hitting the post. Just a few minutes later, we were going ham on Newcastle's defence. Bruma there with a good bit of play, but again, saved by Rob Elliott, and that was it. That was it. It was a really boring game, and B, a game we should have at least got a point out of. I mean, Nathaniel Klein, I actually had to bring off Nathaniel Klein at half-time. That is how bad he was playing. I looked at his pass succession, I think it was something like 25%. It was horrific. I don't know why Nathaniel Klein was playing so badly in that one, but he really was being horrific. And unfortunately, we ended up losing 1-0. I'm sorry about the lack of highlights, but it was a really boring game. The Man City game made up for it, though, I suppose. But nevertheless, now we've got some contract offers, this time from Sweden. And I don't know whether to take this one, because obviously they have Ibra, which is a pretty decent selling point. But they've got, like, no one else, like Sebastian Larsson, John Guidetti, and that's about as good as it gets. And obviously the Colombian job offer as well. So if you think I should take the Swedish job offer, just leave a comment in the description, in the comment section below. That made no sense. Or the Colombian job offer. I don't think I'm going to take the Colombian job offer, because they've got some good attackers, but nothing much in defence, so that's not a great selling point for them. But as you can see now, I'm just sorting out some contract offers there. Benjamin Siegrist's contract was expiring. He's a pretty good reserve goalkeeper, so I've given him a new contract. He didn't really want a pay rise. And Jordan Graham, a promising looking winger as well. But Mark Albright and Nathan Delfonso's wage demands are a little bit too high for me to pay at the moment. At the end of the season I'll probably do that, but at the moment that pay rise is a little bit beyond my wage budget. But just something that I haven't shown you guys before is actually, although it says FA Cup at the top, it's actually Barclays Premier League player stats. Christian Benteke there top, along with Marco Van Ginkel, Bakkali and Bruma in terms of the average ratings, followed by Vlaar and Akore, the two centre-backs, and Delph there, the central midfielder. If you want to take a look at all of those, just go back and pause that and have a look. I think Alexander Tonev was towards the bottom. That's only because he's played one game. But nevertheless, just looking at the table, Liverpool now 5 points clear ahead of us. We have a 3-point margin over Manchester United, but they have a game in hand on us. Chelsea and Spurs there rounding out 4th and 5th there, and Manchester City after that draw with us. Down towards the bottom, Crystal Palace and Stoke looking as if they're in danger. They're joint, however, with points, with Swansea and only a point behind Hull. In the relegation zone, though, Norwich, Sunderland and Cardiff, if Norwich can get a win sometime soon, that'll be a really tasty relegation battle with those 4 teams just outside. Nevertheless, I hope you had a good day. Enjoy yourselves and like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I've done the outro the wrong way around, but nevertheless, comment about enjoying it if you enjoyed it that much. If you want, you can check out my Twitter. A link for that will be in the description, and don't forget to vote on what job offers I should take. Have a good day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.